Hey, what's going on? I'm just gonna do a quick video about comparing Nitro and Electric RC cars. If you want to race, mainly I'm mainly a racer, so this will be focused on racing vehicles, which what I've got here. First, I'm going to start with the main reason I'm going to do this video is just to give you a bit of insight on which vehicle might be right for you. So yeah, let's get started with the electric. This is my dad's 1/8 electric brushless powered buggy, and first of all, I'll start with the pros of electrics. First of all, electric is very easy to run and very easy to maintain. It's one of the main draws of buying electric. There's no engine to maintain, no clutch, it's just plug and play, you know. You do have to keep an eye on your gearing. There's a few things like well, the main positives of electric are just ease of use, which is why they're very popular among beginners, like short course trucks and stadium trucks, stuff like that. But yeah. Downsides, you got to keep a few things you got to keep an eye on. Otherwise, electric can get pretty damn expensive. Just a big thing with electric is your gearing. Gearing is very important. Besides your pinion and split related to the spur, you want to do when you first start with electric, you want to do a couple of runs and temp the motor and the ESC and your battery, and just make sure the motor stays below about 70 degrees Celsius, or about 170 I think it is Fahrenheit. Australian I wouldn't really know, but anyway, ESC would probably, in my opinion, would want to stay below about 50 degrees on the case, and batteries no more than 45 really. Yeah, so it's all dependent on gearing, you know. The higher number of teeth on your pinion, the more temps you're gonna generate. So that's just a thing to keep in mind. Also, battery expense. These days you can buy pretty cheap batteries from Hobby King, like Turnigy's, which are okay for beginners, but depending on your motor and ESC, like this Tekken motor here, you're going to need a lot more punch and power from your batteries. So those can, like, you're going to be buying name brands, and they can cost quite a bit. Usually upwards of $100, 100 Australian dollars per battery plus. So yeah, it can get pretty expensive. Also, a motor and ESC combo, which is these two right here. It's a combo, so Tekken combo costs about 500, 450, 500 from delivered from A-Main from America. You are getting top of the line, but yeah, it's pretty expensive, and I would recommend starting with a good combo when you begin. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for electrics. So I'll move on to the Nitro now. This is my Nitro buggy, 1/8 scale, running a speed in it and some pretty expensive servos, you know. So start off with pros. You can do long, oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention about the electric, you can only run a max of about 10 minutes. 12 minutes is pushing it, especially on your battery, and especially on your motor. Like, you're going to be burning up over 12, and it just, even if you don't cook your motor, you're going to do some serious damage. It's just going to decrease the longevity of your motor. So pros for Nitro: you can run long races because you can run between about 7 to 10 minutes on a tank, but then you can fuel stop in races, which is why most mains and races at the track at events are about 40 to 60 minutes, you know, because you can do pit stops and the engines can take it. Also, this is a bit of a subjective thing, but the smell and the noise and the sound, some people hate it, some people love it. I love it, but you know, you choose. There's not really many pros with Nitro, other than also Nitro is a lot more common class than electric, in especially in most countries I've seen. Yeah, so that's the thing to keep in mind. If you're gonna race your local club, it will probably be more Nitros than electric. Not to say you can run electric with a Nitro in a race, but you're going to be unable to do those long main races, so that's the thing to keep in mind. But now on to cons. Nitro involves a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of expense. If you want to keep your car running at its best without failures, you know. With maintenance, especially things like exhaust seals, you have two there that you have to replace every now and then. Probably I run about two times a month, so I'd be replacing those about every month or two. Clutch is a big thing as well. Clutch bearings, clutch shoes, flywheels. You don't go through so much flywheels and clutch shoes, but bearings are a common replaceable consumable item that need replacing after every couple of race meets, depending on your bearings, the quality of bearings. So that's an expense, and also keeping air filter clean and oiled is also very important. All of these things are essential if you want to run well in Nitro. And another con, get some good I guess you could say it as a con, but you need to make sure you get some very good radio gear, some not top line, but decent servos, name brand servos like Savox or Futaba or High Tech, something decent. With at least, if you're running buggy, at least 15 kilos of torque. Depends on time. That's an objective thing. You can like slow servos or fast servos, but at least 15 kilos plus with both your throttle and brake servo and steering servo. So, and also a good radio comes in hand. Fail safes, kind of. Oh yeah, also batteries are important as well. Your receiver battery is very important. Want to make sure you have a good quality battery, because if that stuffs, then you're gone. No control over the car. Had that happen to me, blow up an engine first week having it, so yeah, that was unpleasant. But yeah, just you gotta be very cautious with radio gear. Make sure your battery is charged, plugged in correctly, you've got a safety clip on there. Yeah, so that's not the con. Again, with maintenance, you gotta make sure you run the engine fully out of fuel and then oil it after every race meet, where you're going to be not using the car for 5 hours or so. Otherwise you develop rust inside your engine. Cleaning pretty much the same, except nitros tend to get the back left corner a bit dirtier because they have oil coming out of the exhaust for the fuel. Oh yeah, another con, fuel. Fuel is the most expensive, one of the most expensive parts of racing apart from tires. Um, Fuel for nitro cars, they use nitro and methane blend. Um, can be between $9 a litre to about $15–16 a litre. So that's one big thing to come in mind. And also you're burning it away, you're not being able to renewably, it's not a renewable energy source like a battery. So you're going to be burning through fuel. You get about 7 to 10 minutes on a tank, which is 125 mil. But yeah, you use between about nearly a litre a night a race meet, depending on how many races you have and how long they are. So yeah. Starting, you're gonna have to have a starter box. Also, yeah, you need a lot more tools and equipment for racing on nitro. You need a starter box, you need glow plugs, you need glow plug igniters, all the wrenches, which you need for electric, but if you want some good quality ones for nitro, because you're going to be Loctiting stuff in, you don't want them stripping the heads. Yeah. Oh yeah, also nitro engines will wear out over time. Also the electrics wear out, but not as fast. So yeah. Hope that gave you a bit of insight into which you might prefer. Thanks for watching. See ya.